So, I've literally just did a tarot reading for the day. No specific zodiac sign. But I did want to take my time with it. So it was about an hour long tarot reading. The library opened up and yeah, I was again, it was another one of those mornings where I was in like a very meditative state and I just wanted to kind of put my thoughts out there, put some positivity out there for the collective. Like I literally just finished a reading maybe 2 minutes ago, and ironically, it was this Caucasian woman that pretty much sat next to me in the library throughout the whole entire reading. And as soon as I finished, she's like, "What's your YouTube channel? That was pretty good. That was so nice. You did great. You sound so wonderful." So I showed her my YouTube platform. She's gonna subscribe. She's like, "I'm a Cancer." And I'm like, "Yeah, I have Cancer on my chart. Whatever messages resonate with you, that's fine." And she's like, "Yeah, that was beautiful." So I'm guessing it was a very positive message. We did have the soulmates twin flame come into the picture. It was more of a reading about trying to look into the future, pretty much scrying and get messages from your higher self, right? I mean, that's what I'm here, man. I'm a light worker, so spreading that word of positivity, right? Again, I always talk about social media spiking throughout the hours of 9 to 5, but it's an all day everything. We're living all day, every day. So whenever you can give someone a good word, whether it's 8 o'clock in the morning or 2 o'clock in the morning, why not, right? Spread the positivity. But yeah, I'll have to watch it back, right? Sometimes my messages resonate for me as well. I'm kind of in a process of like everything's falling into place as far as my spirituality, what I want to do with my life, and the legacy I want to leave behind. So just to know that there's people that actually enjoy it, right? I talked about a week ago spreading my content word of mouth. So again, testimony there. I talked about 3 years ago, or how I was saying that there should actually be teachers that why doesn't a teacher bring their desk outside, right? And I was even watching a spiritualist from Africa. I was watching one of her videos earlier today, and she was actually sitting outside with her desk, right? It's like, get out in nature, man. Get some of that sun, get some of that vitamin D. Like, the best air can be found under a tree, right? Trees recycle the oxygen for us. So just little small things like that. When I'm doing a tarot reading, I'm also educating people on like the natural science of the world as well. I'm an alchemist, right? I don't blame doctors and scientists and philosophers for splitting the atom, right? God gave us this garden to garden, right? It's just that some people, they take things too far, right? Again, I talk about having a fire, or playing with fire, or having a knife. Like, what are you going to do with it? Are you going to harm someone, or are you going to help someone? Are you going to cook someone a decent meal? Are you going to warm up your family? Or are you going to burn someone's house down? Or are you going to become a crazy serial killer? So, you know, um, but yeah, I mean, being out of, and I'm a Libra in Western astrology, Vedic astrology, I'm a Virgo. So I pay very close into details, and I value relationships. I've worked very well by myself, but I can also lead a group of people and work well in groups. So I know the value of having a boss, or having a strong leader. And I know the value of having strong friends, having strong connections, and, you know, the details of how the world works, or how people think, and that sort of thing, right? So that's one of the things I like about being me, right? Who wouldn't want to be my best friend, right? So yeah, my longest relationship was 7 years long, right? Seventh house vibes, right? Libra. And although it was a karmic relationship, I earned my scars and I earned my stripes, and it brought me on this whole journey and adventure to, yeah, once you have that testimony, once you have that life experience, you know what it is and what you don't want out of life, right? I could go through the whole spill, right? Things like that, but I don't want to go through that whole thing, right? Even when it comes to like working a regular 9 to 5 job, right? Being a government worker or working on a corporate plantation, right? It goes hand in hand with my relationship that I had, right? Being a handsome man that's leaving the house, leaving an insecure woman home at the end of the day and going to work, and then it's like can't even be that friendly with people at work because she's so insecure, and then people at work are looking at me crazy because they think I'm acting strange toward them, and it's like trying to balance and juggle. Then going on my spiritual journey, even looking back toward my liver transplant when I was 17 years old, the doctors told me that I would never be able to be out in public. I won't be able to do the same things that regular people do. So it's not an excuse that I want to give the world. I actually tried to work these jobs and actually mingle with people, right? Politically, being the only black dude working in a building full of, I would say colonialists or white people or descendants from people that owned slaves, and trying to have a casual conversation around in the coffee room. Like, I don't have anything against people, different cultures or different societies, anything like that. I grew up around these people. I'm even right now experiencing some sort of a new love emotion with someone that's not even from my culture, right? I went through it at high school, right? I went through my white girl phase in high school, right? Most of the women that I've dated has been older than me, and they've been Latinas, right? They've been mixed. But I made it my business to have children from a black woman. I wish I would have waited, right? Kind of like trying to wait around for a virgin in high school, but these little girls are so hot in the pants. These middle school girls was having sex with men that was like out of college at that point, right? So yeah, I mean, I'm just seeking out my soul tribe at this time, people that I see value in, and people that can reciprocate that energy, that see value in me. And you can't please all the people all the time. As far as love relationships go, because that is something that I think about a lot as Libra, right? I value relationships, right? That's just something that'll add to my overall happiness, right? It's something that inspires a man on one end to be great, right? A man comes around a woman that's disrespecting him, and not necessarily to say that a woman has to be a woman in order for a man to be a man. We don't want to make excuses and that sort of thing. But again, it's inspiring, right? Beautiful women inspire men, right? And I don't blame women for being hypergamous, right? Women like to learn from men that can teach them something. So yeah, just mixing my whole life experience and realizing that I'm going to become some great spiritual guru one day, some therapist, right? That's what we call it in modern day. We call it a therapist, but in Native American culture and in ancient cultures, we would call them exorcists and that sort of thing. Like the spiritual, what was that, Encanto? Like the village spiritual leader and that sort of thing, right? We heard stories about Merlin being King Arthur's magical assistant, right? All these great tales we think about, right? But yeah, I hope I do. Like, it's been too much. Like, to be honest with you, like, I left my family behind. Not like my children and things like that. Like my family. Like, I've always been the black sheep ever since I was a child. Right? I've been through so many life and death situations, so many accidents. Even the way I talk is different than most of my family and my friends. In the most recent, or I would say 6 months ago, right? Someone who would be like, oh, you're my favorite family member out of everyone. I even had to separate from them because it's different. And even living in the city that I live in now, I feel like there's nothing left for me here, right? I get harassed by the police all the time because I'm more out. I'm more seen. I'm more out in public. I'm more out in nature and that sort of thing. So I literally feel like I'm dying or someone's trying to kill me or I'm wasting. I make sure that I stay active and stay busy and that I'm actively manifesting the life that I want. I can't wait to leave Florida. Never thought that I'd say that, right? Maybe I'll come back someday when I'm just like overflowing with abundance or something like that. They say Florida is one of the top 2 places of retirement. I can't remember what the other place was. But yeah, there's nothing left for me here, man. This cycle is closing out. The only thing I can do is travel the world or travel this country and find my tribe, find new friends, find the person that I'm gonna spend the rest of my life with, right? My wife, my twin flame, my divine counterpart, right? My lover. As I'm into tarot, right? The Lover's card, major arcana, major life events, right? But yeah, we all believe in different spiritual systems. We all have different values. Some of us value money, that sort of thing. I've run across celebrities on social media, right? These people that never tell you that they noticed you, but you'd be surprised who's watching you and you're inspiring them. So I don't want to waste my talent, waste my time, waste what I'm here to do. I literally had a liver transplant at 18 years old, right? And people still can't even believe that I'm still alive. Like, I lived this long. So hopefully I'm blessed with another 18 years or blessed with another 36 years, right? I'm trying to be as positive as I can be. Not necessarily that I'm going through like a whole lot of negative stuff. But as you grow, you realize, how your diet should change up, how your thought process change up, the things that you should surround yourself with, right? You learn to value your time and actually put time into things that have longevity. Right? Building my business and that sort of thing. My business is 2 years old, right? I'm a therapist, unlicensed therapist / consultant, right? No one showed me or gave me any therapy growing up, right? Like, my mom never showed me how to open up a bank account, but voila, I opened up my own business as a late bloomer, right? I will always have my father in my life. He's one of my favorite people, so I've had male guidance, right? Even to the point to where, like, my father did so well being a father to me that now I can be a father to other people. I'm even fathering him now. I talk about me giving him lectures at this point in my life, right? But it becomes a certain point in time where a skyscraper, there's certain points in your life where it's like other people can't teach you anything, right? You can't learn anything else from your teachers or learn anything else from your parents or learn anything else from people around you, because people don't even know. You just have to go through life and experience life for yourself and see the truth of things for yourself, right? But yeah, let me go ahead and get to uploading this video onto YouTube. Title it. It should be a good one for the collective today. Again, I wanted to reach out to your higher self or my higher self to see what the future holds, right? Breathe positivity into people, right? Speak life and light into people, right? There's often negative messages, right? Again, you have to be a well-rounded person. You have to go through good and bad things, right? I just like to learn from other people's mistakes. But yeah, so shout out to the Soul Tribe. Again, these behind the scenes motivation, because I don't really upload motivational speeches anymore to my YouTube channel, right? You gotta pay me for that. Now I'm just playing. But yeah, I'll probably be some sort of a motivational speaker at some point one day. I mean, I'm very well living my purpose now. Doing tarot, it provides a little bit of therapy for people, but again, I like to teach people as well while I'm doing tarot. So there's motivational speaking involved in it as well, right? I may very well end up doing a TED talk one day, right? I purchased my first car and I drove through America, and I ended up at a friggin' ANA meeting at some super huge church, right? Talking to a bunch of alcoholics. And I had never really even drunk alcohol in my life before, but I was able to inspire these people through, again, on my deathbed, the doctors telling me that I had a 17-year-old. As a 17-year-old, you have a liver of a 70-year-old man that's been drinking hard alcohol his entire life. So telling them my story and telling them my testimony, right? Because liver disease run hand in hand with drinking, people that have drinking problems and that sort of thing. So after receiving that standing ovation at 23 years old from a friggin' full church of people, it kind of gives me my first spotlight, or gives me my first inclination of the things that I was supposed to do, right? Most people's fear is public speaking. You know, we went through show and tell in school, even in college, right? You do your college projects and you present them in front of all of your colleagues and the professors and that sort of thing, right? So we get over these fears at certain points, right, in order to sharpen us to become the people that we're meant to be. So that is all I have for you guys, pretty much. Hopefully you're having a good day, right? Stay blessed, be blessed. Catch you guys on the next one.